CometTalk. I'm Leland O'Brien.
I'm Connor Ashlaw.
Thank you for joining us. You may notice Connor's with me today, it's not Lauren. Lauren is unfortunately sick, so we hope that she gets better. But Connor is with us now, and you might have seen him on CometTalk with Cashlaw, but now he's here to kind of pay it forward and join us. So we're just going to break down, like we do every week, the top news stories of the week. So now we're going to go with our top stories. So Connor's going to start.
So first we're going to talk about President Trump went to Vietnam to meet with Kim Jong-un. This is the second time he went to meet with him to discuss the denuclearization of North Korea. Didn't happen, didn't reach an agreement, but stay tuned for that. Hopefully in the future they can work something out.
Another big thing this week was, you might have seen it, Michael Cohen testified in front of the House Oversight Committee. So Michael Cohen is President Donald Trump's former personal attorney. He came up in a big scandal a few months ago, and now he's back because now he's facing jail time. He's facing tax evasion, perjury, the list goes on and on. He could total to 65 years in prison, but at the very least I read 2 to 3 at some point. So he lied to Congress. So why Congress asked him back? Well, they really got some details about his motive, and he says that it was for loyalty to the president. And so it was just a big thing that made a lot of news in terms of him kind of disowning his former employer, his former friend, our president. So now on to quick picks. So now these are just going to be some quick stories that we have for you. We're just going to read you some of the headlines. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to talk about the crisis going on in Venezuela, the humanitarian crisis. I might add to that. So there's a regime currently going on there, and there's no correct democratic elections, I guess is the best way to word it. And so the regime is called the Maduro regime, and he is kind of the president there, but the United States and so many other countries have claimed Juan Guaido, I think maybe I'm mispronouncing, Juan Guaido, that he is the president. So that's but Maduro is still there, and he's just completely kind of destroying the country basically, and it's a huge crisis. And so a lot of people went to Venezuela to try to help out, and instead they were met with tear gas and a bunch of other things on the borders of Colombia. 285 people were injured and 37 were hospitalized. And so I guess we just feel for everyone in Venezuela. There's also a travel emergency. No one is allowed in Venezuela. So it's a huge crisis that we need to keep our eye on, and a huge travesty.
On to Robert Kraft. He pleads not guilty and demands a non-jury trial in his prostitution case. So we'll see how that all works out.
Yeah, big name got busted.
And Beto O'Rourke and Joe Biden, there are rumors that they possibly will run for the presidency in 2020. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we have a special hot take about that at the end, our predictions to see if either one of them will run. You're gonna find out. In terms of pop culture, the Jonas Brothers are back. They haven't released music for a very, very long time, and now all 3 of them have combined for a new single. It was, at the time of this taping, it was released last night. So in 14 hours, they already have 7 million views on YouTube for their music video, which is crazy to think about in just that short time. But a lot of teenage girls out there and everyone else who watch the Jonas Brothers on Disney Channel were super excited about that. Moving on, last week I talked about Lady Gaga and A Star Is Born and Bradley Cooper and all of that. She did an interview with Jimmy Fallon, and so I had my conspiracy last time, and it was certainly put to rest. She said that, so Fallon asked her about if she was in love with him and all of that, and so she said no, and she started her response by saying, social media, quite frankly, is the toilet of the internet, and what it's done to pop culture is abysmal. She went on to say that people saw love, and guess what? That's what we wanted you to see. And then she went on to later say, fooled ya, and then broke all of our hearts. So, I mean, maybe it could still happen. And also, so now we're gonna move into hot takes, but I have a quick correction about something I said last week. I said Bradley Cooper was single. He is not. So I don't know, he would have to break up with his current partner. So that's sad. She's a Russian model, so I don't know if, yeah, that's just something interesting. But so it kind of ruined my dreams there, and then also that that interview with Jimmy Fallon just crushed all my hopes and dreams. So that's my hot take. I'm seeing A Star Is Born for a third time this weekend, 12 extra minutes. Very excited about it. So now we're going to move on to...
First, we're going to do for the hot take, Marvel fans. Captain Marvel comes out on Friday. Very excited. Should be a good movie. I think it's worth your time to go see.
All right, so 2 movie picks for you. All right, now we're going to do our predictions about 2020. I'm going to have Lauren do one when we come back, and I'm sure we'll probably do our own predictions about the overall race and who will clinch the nominations for each party. But do you think Joe Biden will run?
I think he will run. Syracuse alumni, very interesting. This will be his 3rd attempt presidential run, so we'll see how it goes.
Do you think O'Rourke will run?
I
He gained
think
a lot of publicity in 2018 when he ran against Ted Cruz.
I think he will, but I feel like Biden has the better chance to have more success.
He does. I mean, he's ahead in all the polls that he's in, but I think he's a little old, and I think that he's kind of ran out of his passion. But we're gonna find out. I mean, Bernie Sanders is old too, and he has a lot of passion. So we'll find out. But I don't think Joe Biden will run. I don't think either of them will run. I want to see Kamala Harris take it all and run right into some hot, heated debates with Donald Trump in the election in 2020. Stay tuned. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. As always, Leland O'Brien and Connor Ashlaw signing off. Thank you.